Welcome to the Autism and Care channel. This space is dedicated to providing clear, up-to-date, and reliable information about autism spectrum disorder, as well as related topics such as ADHD, dyslexia, language development disorders, and more. Our goal is to help families, educators, professionals, and anyone connected to the autism community to better understand this condition, its characteristics, challenges, and the paths available for care and development. Have you ever stopped to realize how autism is present in our lives, often without us even noticing? Autism, or Autism Spectrum Disorder, ASD, isn't a passing trend or a condition that suddenly appears out of nowhere. It's a growing reality that affects millions of families globally, bringing daily challenges, but also countless opportunities for growth and learning. Today, the numbers are striking. About 1 in every 30 children receives an autism diagnosis. That means nearly every classroom and community includes at least one child on the spectrum. What's even more concerning is that many of these cases remain undiagnosed, leaving children and families struggling without the support they need. Autism brings real pain to the parents receiving the diagnosis, to siblings, schools, and even to healthcare professionals still learning how to provide adequate care. This pain is often rooted in lack of information, misunderstanding, and the loneliness so many families feel. It's not just about knowing what autism is. It's about recognizing how deeply it impacts the lives of those it touches. Autism calls for empathy, support, and, above all, action. The earlier the diagnosis and treatment, the better the outcomes for the child's development and quality of life. Autism isn't just the responsibility of doctors, therapists, or teachers. It's something that concerns all of us. We need awareness, accurate information, and a collective willingness to make a difference. If you or someone you know is living this reality, please know, you are not alone. We are in this together. If this message resonates with you, comment below. Together we are stronger. Receiving an autism diagnosis can be one of the most emotionally intense moments in a family's life. It's like stepping into a completely unknown world, filled with questions, fears, and uncertainty. This silent pain is real, not only for the parents, but also for siblings, grandparents, close friends, and even professionals who care deeply for the child's development. Many parents feel completely lost in the beginning. It's common to hear, "I don't know what to do. I don't understand what's happening. How can I help my child?" That's because autism is still surrounded by myths and misinformation, which only increases isolation and anxiety. But a family's role goes far beyond the diagnosis itself. It's about creating a nurturing environment where the child feels safe to grow and develop at their own pace. This journey involves ongoing learning, shared experiences, and, above all, patience to celebrate each small step forward. When the entire family understands autism, it becomes easier to provide the emotional support that both the child and the parents need. That support strengthens bonds, improves quality of life, and builds a strong foundation for the future. If you're going through this, know you are not alone. Every step taken with love and knowledge is a powerful step forward. If you believe in the power of family, comment, "We are one." Over the past few years, autism diagnoses have increased significantly, and this brings a reality we can no longer ignore. It's estimated that 1 in every 30 children is now diagnosed with ASD. This puts real pressure on families, schools, and healthcare systems. This rise doesn't mean that autism suddenly appeared, but rather that awareness has grown, and more children are finally getting properly diagnosed. Still, many go without proper treatment or support, making development harder and challenges more intense. Each autistic child is unique, with individual needs, strengths, and difficulties. That's why there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Each case must be evaluated individually, ideally through a multidisciplinary team including psychologists, therapists, speech-language pathologists, educators, and, of course, the family. Unfortunately, lack of resources and training is a very real issue in many places. Too often, schools and professionals aren't equipped to support these children effectively, leading to exclusion, frustration, and missed opportunities. Understanding this is essential if we want to advocate for better education, policies, and services that truly support neurodiverse children. If you want to be part of this change, comment, "I want a more inclusive world." When it comes to autism treatment, applied behavior analysis, or ABA, is one of the most scientifically supported and effective approaches. ABA isn't a miracle cure. It's a structured, goal-driven method that helps children develop skills essential for communication, autonomy, and social interaction. When started early and applied consistently, intensive ABA can transform lives. It helps children improve their communication, manage difficult behaviors, and better connect with the world around them. But let's be clear, ABA isn't a mix of random techniques. It must be tailored, planned, and focused on the specific needs of each child. That means therapists, teachers, and family members need to work together with clear, aligned goals. Unfortunately, many families struggle to access quality treatment, often due to misinformation or lack of trained professionals, which can delay a child's progress. In addition to ABA, therapies like speech-language support, sensory integration, and nutritional counseling are also valuable. If you believe in the power of structured therapy and in the potential of autistic children, comment, "Science changes lives." One of the biggest challenges for autistic children is communication. Many of them understand what's happening around them, but still can't express themselves verbally. That's where augmentative and alternative communication, AAC, comes in, a powerful method that can dramatically improve a child's ability to connect. AAC involves using symbols, images, gestures, or electronic devices to help the child share thoughts, needs, and feelings. Imagine a nonverbal child who, through pictures or signs, can ask for what they need, express joy, or show discomfort. This method doesn't replace speech, it opens the door to communication. It reduces frustration and improves relationships between the child and those around them. AAC is especially important for younger children still developing verbal language. But for it to work, everyone, families, schools, and therapists, needs to be on the same page, using AAC consistently and lovingly. If you believe communication is key, leave a comment, speak with love. Children with autism often face intense sensory issues that affect their behavior and daily life. Loud noises, certain textures, bright lights, or even physical touch can trigger discomfort, anxiety, or stress. For example, a shirt with a scratchy tag might be unbearable, or the sound in a school cafeteria might be so overwhelming that the child shuts down or tries to escape. Sensory integration therapy helps the nervous system process these stimuli in a more organized way. When applied correctly, it can improve sleep, nutrition, focus, and even communication. But it takes trained professionals, supportive families, and educators who are observant and informed. If you understand the importance of the sensory world in autism, comment, "I understand." Early diagnosis is one of the most important steps to ensure effective treatment and better outcomes for children with autism. The sooner we identify ASD, the sooner we can intervene, and that can change a child's entire life trajectory. Pediatricians play a vital role in this. As the primary care providers for young children, they are in the best position to notice early signs. Delays in speech, lack of eye contact, repetitive behaviors, or limited social interaction. Sadly, many diagnoses come late, sometimes years after the first signs appear, which delays support and makes progress harder. That can be due to lack of awareness, stigma, or simply poor access to qualified professionals. That's why we need investment in professional training, and families who stay alert to the signs and advocate for their children. Diagnosis is not a label. It's the beginning of giving the child the support they truly deserve. If you believe early detection saves lives, comment, "To detect is to care." Autism isn't just an individual issue, it involves an entire support network. School, family, and healthcare professionals must work together to offer the best possible care. The school must be a safe, inclusive place where the child can learn and socialize. That requires teacher training, therapeutic support, and constant communication with the family and care team. The family, in turn, is the emotional anchor. They need to be included, supported, and aligned with all strategies used in the child's development. And professionals, doctors, therapists, psychologists, and educators, must ensure that treatment is continuous, evidence-based, and personalized. When everyone works together, outcomes improve, and so does the child's quality of life. If you believe in the power of teamwork, comment United for Autism. It's common for autistic children to show challenging behaviors, such as meltdowns, repetitive movements, or trouble handling change. These aren't signs of misbehavior. They're often attempts to communicate or regulate overwhelming emotions. Understanding the reason behind these behaviors is key. The child may be feeling physical discomfort, sensory overload, or intense anxiety, but be unable to express it in words. That's why caregivers and professionals must respond with empathy, patience, and strategies that help the child feel safe and understood. Behavioral therapy, emotional regulation techniques, and structured routines can make a huge difference. And when the environment is predictable and nurturing, stress and frustration decrease significantly. If you value empathy and respect, comment, I understand and support. The journey of autism is full of challenges, but also full of victories and hope. With early diagnosis, proper treatment, and a strong support network, autistic children can thrive, gain independence, and live full and joyful lives. Inclusion, both in school and in society, is essential. These children deserve to be seen, respected, and given real opportunities to grow. Every small step is worth celebrating. The fight against stigma and misinformation continues, but more and more people are joining the cause. If this message can help others, share it. And if you enjoyed this content, follow the channel, like the video, and spread the word. Together, we can build a more inclusive world.